Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. It's gonna be a very fun one that I've never done before. Kind of taking a break from like spend the days with me, spend the morning with me, spend the afternoon with me. Just a very chill sit down vlog, and it all revolves around my phone. We're gonna be doing a what's on my iPhone, diving deep into all the aspects and factors on my phone. I take my phone setup super seriously. I don't really know why. I feel like it just makes me feel very organized and accomplished and just neat. And I need a very organized phone for my content. I take it so seriously that I spent almost 4 hours yesterday finding images and widgets to make my phone what it is now. The vibe I wanted to go for this phone setup was a very calm, relaxing, plant, green, and organized setup, and I feel like I really accomplished that. One of the colors I've been really obsessed with lately is the color green. Moss green, I guess you can say. That color makes me very relaxed and calm, so I definitely heavily included that in this setup. I find all my widget pictures on Pinterest. To get them on my phone layout, I use color widgets. So let's get into what's on my phone. Alright, so first up we have my lock screen. Nothing very special here. It kind of leads you into what my phone setup looks like. Nothing very too grand, I guess. My lock screen wallpaper is just a plant, and then the widgets I have on my lock screen are weather, Spotify, and the widget for the app AirBuds, which we'll get into later. I know with the new update you can like drag it out to make the time bigger, but something about that makes my lock screen look a little too heavy, so I kept everything very neat into the top. And now we actually get into my phone. Let's just start off with the side panel. My side panel is my Spotify widget, just kind of shows what I've been listening to, my battery widget, and then my Notion widget, but I haven't fully set it up yet, so that's why it's kind of telling me to set it up right now. And then my calendar widget, very basic there. And then we get into my first page, which is kind of like where the food and shopping lives. But first I'll kind of get into like the widgets. This is a reminder widget. This reminder that it's connected to is revolved around like my homework I need to get done and just like daily tasks. It's very satisfying because if I just add something like film video and then I just check it off, it's very rewarding and makes me feel very accomplished, and it's just satisfying. Then we have this New Balance widget. I don't really know why. I don't even own a pair of New Balances, but I thought it flowed nice with the color scheme. And then we have this Saint Laurent t-shirt. Once again, don't know why, just flowed. And the wallpaper on my home screen is very much that color I was talking about. This like deep green. It's like my favorite color right now. And then as you can tell, all my apps just have a gray icon. I didn't want any pictures on the icons this time. I normally do that, but I felt like it just looked a little too busy when I did that, so I ended up just changing it and setting it to a solid color. But my very first app that we'll get into is the Crumble app. I recently got this app just for the reward factor. I really like getting my Crumble rewards, what can I say? This week's lineup was a very hit and miss, I will say that. My favorite is obviously the pink sugar. Who doesn't like that flavor? Let's just be honest. I'm very happy because as you can tell, they added pink sugar permanently to the menu. That's like my light and joy right now. Right now I have about 227 crumbs. Not a lot, I will say that, but that's because I just got this app. I really like the app. It's very interactive. They have this section where you can make your dream lineup, which speaking of, let's make one real quick. I mean, I think we have to start off by pink sugar. Guys, there's so many flavors to choose from. Oh, you know what I did really like? The Biscoff Tres Leche cake. I'll do the waffle cookie just for the satisfying factor. I actually have never tried that cookie before. Oh, and cotton candy. I do really love my cotton candy. We're just gonna do the fire emoji. There we go. All right, and then we have the Chipotle app, which of course I had to get the Chipotle app. I think you guys already saw this coming. Chipotle is my life. It is a bad habit. I don't really order anything off the app. I kind of just get it for rewards. I don't really have a lot of points right now because I just used my rewards for a free chips and queso, so. But it used to be up to like the 2000s, let me tell you that. Apparently I have free guac. I should probably get that by tomorrow because it's expiring tomorrow. All right, and then we have the one and only Starbucks. I get this app because in the mornings when I'm just really craving that Starbucks, I order it off of here. Very convenient, very nice. They have like a secret or they used to have a secret menu. I don't know if they do it right now. I tried one of their secret menu flavors because it was on the app, and it was the worst drink I've ever tried. It was like a s'mores thing. It was really bad. My favorite drink right now is probably the iced gingerbread chai. So I definitely need to get Starbucks at least one more time this month before it's gone because it's literally so good. They've been making new flavors a lot recently. and I only have 89 points because for some reason they decided to reset my points this year. I don't know if that was a glitch on my end or that's what they do every year, but come on, Starbucks. Okay, then we have DoorDash, which I actually haven't signed up for yet, but sometimes I use the DoorDash app to DoorDash to my school, but the lunch food, I just can't have it sometimes. And I know I could bring my own food, but sometimes I forget, so I have to resort to my last resort, the DoorDash app. All right, and then we get into shopping. I put shopping all into one folder because there was simply just too many apps to put on one home screen. First up, we have Hollister. Hollister is definitely in the top 5 contenders of clothing stores for me. I'm really trying to invest in some of their hoodies because I know they're super good. Like just a simple black sweatshirt. Ooh, I really like that color actually. I might need to buy that. Okay, $45. No, never mind. But I kind of just come on here when I'm bored because I'm kind of delusional and I think I'm gonna buy something, but then realize that their sweatshirts are almost $50. Then we have the pink Palm Puff app. Okay, so my camera decided it was going to be fake and it died on us, so. But back to what I was saying. It came out like earlier this month, I'm pretty sure, which I'm actually really surprised about because it's very like nicely laid out and you can tell that they actually like put thought into it. Once again, like Hollister, I'll just come on here whenever I'm bored and just shop. Here's my cart, by the way. I do really want this hoodie. Something really cool about this app is you can go to the Discover page and it's like literally scrolling on TikTok. You can see literally all of the videos that people have posted on TikTok of them wearing pink Palm Puff. And then we have PacSun. Hey, I have 119 points. I really like PacSun denim. I feel like their t-shirts have gotten out of style just a little bit, but their jeans are really nice. I have this shirt. You guys have probably seen me wear this before. If I ever really shop on PacSun, I just go to the baggy pants and just kind of shop there. And then we have the Sephora app, which I actually only have this because of a gift card that I got. It was like a random gift card and the website wasn't really working, so I had to resort to the app. Like it would log me out of the website, but that's kind of it. I rarely shop on here. If I ever do, it's for like fragrances, colognes, and that type of stuff. And then lastly, we have the Target app, which is kind of the same thing. I had a gift card and they didn't have what I needed in store, so I had to order it online and it was easier for me to get the app, so I just kind of have the app and I don't ever use it. All right, and then there's some like random apps on here as well. We have ChatGPT. I'm not using it for school. Well, at least not for what you're probably thinking. I'm not using ChatGPT to cheat, okay? I'm using it to help me study. If I ever have like a test coming up and I'm like really stuck and confused and just need some extra help, I asked ChatGPT to make me a little study guide and it really helps. Also, when I was doing my business at first, I was super confused with how to work my website. I had to use ChatGPT to help me because no one in my family knew. So, and then lastly, we kind of just have my messages and phone app, which I'm not going to show for my friends' personal reasons. And then we have my second page, which is kind of like my productivity and content page. Once again, I'll just go over the widgets real quick. The top left one is just this plant widget I found. It kind of looks like a painting in my opinion, and I thought that was kind of cool. The middle one I found on Pinterest, and I immediately went, that's going on my home screen. Then we just have the calendar widget. I don't really know why. I honestly just added it to fill up space because I couldn't find any other pictures. The very first app we have is Google Classroom. It's kind of where I do all my schoolwork if I need to at home. The only thing is that I really don't like it on a phone because a lot of my assignments for school are connected to Google Docs and I don't have Google Docs on my phone. It just gets really difficult, but it's just kind of here to track my assignments. Then we have my Infinite Campus. That's where my school puts in all my grades. That's our like grading system. I'm not gonna open it up though because it does say all my information and school information, so we're not gonna do that. Then we have my Gmail, and I'm also not gonna open that because it's actually connected to my school Gmail. And then we have my favorite app, Notion. Okay, it's not my favorite app, but it's one of them. It's where I plan out everything. I do still use reminders, but this is where I put everything all in one. My Notion layout is kind of the same as my phone layout, very green, nature vibes. We got Olivia Dean, The Art of Loving, the best. Then we have my to-do list. This is all old stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and check those off. We got this plant picture and a little calendar which has everything that I'm planning out for the week. Then we got Role Models, The Longest Goodbye album. The Art of Loving and The Longest Goodbye, I could literally just listen to those two albums all my life and just be happy. Alright, and then we kind of get into my content section of my phone. We have CapCut. There's like not any projects on it right now because I just put out a video I was editing, but this is where I do all of my editing. All of my content and videos live in here. I edit everything on here. I find it most convenient to edit on my phone. And then we have the Canon Camera Connect app. This app is where all of my stuff on my camera that I'm filming on right now lives. This is where I upload all of my videos I take on my camera to my phone. I highly recommend this if you're just starting out on your Canon camera because it can seem kind of overwhelming because there's so many settings. This really narrows it down and just gets to the point and directs you where you need to go. Also, it's just one of the easier ways to upload your videos to your phone. And it just has a bunch of tools that will help you kind of understand it a little bit better. Then we have YouTube Studio, and this is like the headquarters to my content. I will say I don't really upload my videos through this app, but it allows for a lot of the advanced settings that the regular YouTube app doesn't allow. Once again, if you're just beginning on putting out content on YouTube, I highly recommend the YouTube Studio app because it narrows it down for you. Versus as if you just have the YouTube app, you're kind of just figuring everything out yourself. And it's also just a very organized app. It's where everything lives. Then we have my reminders, which we'll kind of get to later, but it just kind of takes me to the reminders app. And this is where I plan out all my content, which we'll kind of get to that later. So we're not going to speak too much on it right now, but this definitely helps me stay organized on my content. All right, and then we have the third and final page, which is like my entertainment, social media / utilities page. I do really like the widgets on this page, probably the most. And we couldn't have an iPhone layout if there wasn't an Olivia Dean reference. I had to add the Art of Loving album cover as one of my widgets. It felt wrong not to. And then we kind of got this clock widget, once again, just kind of a space holder because I couldn't find anything else. And then this like kind of palm trees image, which you did see on my Notion. But I guess we'll start with my entertainment folder. First up, we got Netflix. I actually really don't go on Netflix that much. Netflix has a lot of the good binge-worthy shows, but I've already watched all of them. I started to rewatch Ginny and Georgia, and then I started to get into Gossip Girl, but then fell out of it because I got bored. Which I know that's like not a good thing to say because everyone just loves Gossip Girl, but I honestly just can't get into it. Also, this is where a lot of like the sitcom shows I used to watch when I was younger live, like Victoria, Sam and Cat, all of that type of stuff. Netflix has kind of fallen out low-key. Honestly, just put out Outer Banks and I'll be coming right back to you, Netflix. Then we have Hulu. I don't think I'm logged into this. Yeah, no, I'm not logged into it. This is how you know I don't use Hulu because it logged me out. I never use Hulu. There's nothing I watch on Hulu, so I don't use it. Then we have Prime Video. The only thing I was watching on Prime Video was the Runarounds and I finished it. So I feel like there is a lot of hidden gems on Prime Video. I will say that. Other than that, not much living here. Then we got Disney. I do use Disney actually because I'm actually watching Percy Jackson right now. So I've been on Disney Plus a lot recently. Also, I just love good old Disney shows. The good old Disney days, like old Disney TV shows. Perfection. Lastly, we have Peacock. I'm not logged into this either and it's not letting me open it for some reason. I actually just downloaded it, so I haven't logged in yet. But the only reason I have this is because I'm really into traders right now. So I've been watching it constantly. Alright, and then we just got YouTube. Let's look at my YouTube channel real quick. You guys give this video a lot of attention, which I'm actually really surprised about. It's literally just me lip syncing. I try and post shorts as much as I can. 2 weeks ago, I was really consistent. Then we got my vlogs. I'm really proud of my vlogs recently. I feel like I've been putting a lot of like attention and detail into them, and I feel like they're where I want them to be. Anyways, and then we have Pinterest. Pinterest for me is like a bunch of outfits and obviously like home screen stuff. A lot of like home stuff too. I don't really know why because obviously I don't have my own house yet. And I also don't really have a lot of boards. I have this like board full of books that I want to try and read. This for hair dye, which I actually will never be doing again because my hair is fried. Room inspo, home screen stuff, and then my 2026 mood board, which is what I use most often. So only like 5 boards, not that much. Pinterest isn't something I really focus on as much as other people would, but I do really like it still, and I go on it most of the time to get like outfit inspiration. Then we have my Spotify. I use Spotify every single day. As you can tell, I've been listening to Madison Beer a lot. I don't have a lot of playlists either. I have this one with my friend that's like 9 hours long. It's like, yeah, keep going. This one, which is my December playlist, and then this one, which is like my 2016 playlist. Here are all my recently played artists. Something I really like about Spotify is they added like this listening stats thing. Top artist this week was Madison Beer, and then Stateside was my top song. That song is always on. I was in the first 5,000 people to listen to Such a Funny Way. All right, and then we got my utilities folder. These aren't super entertaining, so we won't spend much time on them. We got the clock app where all my alarms live. We got my mail app. Notes, which is pretty much empty. We got maps, weather, Find My. Find My I use a lot because I'm always losing my AirPods. Voice memos, which is kind of empty other than my monologue. And then we got my files. All right, and then we got some random apps here. My Earbuds app, which is one of my favorite apps I have on my phone. You can see what your friends are listening to. Then you can do like challenges, and it kind of just tracks your listening status. This is my weekly recap. Album of the week, The Art of Loving, obviously. And then these are my top artists. I really like it because I've always wanted an app that can track my listening and like show me what percent of listeners I am. And this is it, but more. And you can also make your own space. I really haven't updated it in a while. Here's what mine looks like. So then we have CoverStar. Fun fact, CoverStar was the first platform I started my content on. It's where everything started, so shout out CoverStar. I really cringe at some of the videos because this is like all like old videos too. This was even before I had YouTube. And this video got so popular on CoverStar and I'm like, that's cringy. I'm still pretty active. I kind of just post these things announcing when I'm posting videos, and I also upload like all my shorts on there as well. But I'm not as consistent with CoverStar as I am YouTube because it's just not my main focus. But guys, if you have CoverStar, feel free to follow me on this because this is OG me. Then we have this Guava app. I don't even have it set up. I downloaded this yesterday because I'm trying to get into like my health and fitness journey. I just need to set it up, so I'm excited to see how this works. And then down on like the bar at the bottom of my screen, I have Spotify, text, and phone. And then we have this like little extra page just where I kind of keep my content organized. This is so I can always remind myself like I need to get this done. This is specifically for my content. So like if it were this week, I would put like edit video or like film this, film that. But there's nothing on it right now because I'm filming this on a Sunday and everything has kind of reset for the week. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna end it here because there's nothing really more on my phone to explore. I've never done one of these videos before, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And maybe I inspired you for a phone theme. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but the iPhone model I have is the 14. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, that's my phone. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.